Hi everybody, I'm Felipe with the Two Brothers Real Estate team, and as we know, it is the spring market. But what does that mean for you if you're a buyer or a seller? And the question is this a good time to put your property on the market? Or is it a good time for you to go out shopping for a new property? Well, let's have a look at the latest numbers and we're gonna figure it out if it's actually the right time for you to make a move. Let's go to the video right now. Welcome back everybody. So let's go straight onto those numbers that were just released by the real estate board. Now the first number that I want to talk to you about, apartments or condos that are for resale in the Langley area. As you can see, when it comes to the median sales price, is that the price has gone up from January, which was sitting at $362,000, and it went all the way up to $370,000 in the last 30 days. So the prices for those type of properties in the area are going up. I have a feeling that it has to do with the demand. Now, as we could see here under sales, January was fairly low. It was sitting at 39 total sales for the month, and in February it ended up going up all the way to 65 sales. Now, the other thing I want to point out, which is another determining factor of price going up, it would be the active listings. So how many listings are out there? This is what let us know how much inventory is out there at the moment. And as you could see, January was low inventory, sitting at 124, and it was actually the same amount of new listings that hit February at 124, but as you could see, the sales pretty much doubled, meaning that the supply is replenishing a lot quicker, and that is actually driving the condo market in the Langley area well into the seller's market. Now, January was sitting at 31%. That means that 31% of the homes will sell in the month. Well, February went all the way up to 52%, which means we're well into the seller's market. Half the amount of the new listings that hit the market sold within the 30 days. Okay, so if this continues to go up, it's going to start creating prices to go up pretty much instantly. Okay, so let's move on now to townhouses. Okay, so it is the same thing. Let's talk about median sales price for townhouses. As you could see, the prices have dropped slightly. We're sitting at $562,000. That's a drop of $1,000 from the previous month. And let's talk about the sales. As you could see, January had 41 sales, but on February it went up to 65, which means the demand is going up again for these type of properties. Now, same thing I'm going to do here. We're going to be looking at active listings, and as you could see, sitting at 103 active listings for the month, but it's still well below any other type of inventory that we had for the whole year. Okay, now let's look at the sales and active ratio, which means that at this month we went from 43% all the way up to 63%. That means that 63% of the townhouses that hit the market in February sold in the month of February. I'm gonna take another moment here to show you what is happening with detached properties when it comes to median sales price. And as you could see, the prices for detached properties has been increasing for the last 4 months and is sitting right now at $1,029,000 for the median price of a detached property. Now I want to take you back to find out. Let's go back 3 years. We're sitting here at $1,029,000, and if I take it back, numbers like this haven't been seen since pretty much June or July of 2018. Now let's find out how many sales occurred. January was quite low when it comes to the sales. It had 47 sales, and in February we went up to 87 sales for the month. Okay, so that means that ended up bringing our sales to active ratio from 20%, which is just consider a balanced market, and he brought it all the way up to 37%, which is well into the seller's market. So based on these numbers that we've seen today, the real estate market in Langley is turning into a seller's market and is warming up. So is this a good time to list your property? Well, based on that, I do feel that it would be a good time for you to put your listing on the market. As you could see, buyers don't really have a lot of options when it comes to listings. Listings are at an all-time low, and I think that it would be a good time for you to put your listing on the market. Now, if you're actually looking to buy, I do feel as well that this would be a great time for you to start contacting your mortgage broker if you haven't done that yet, and of course contact your realtor or contact me, and we could figure it out what your next property should be before those prices climb up much higher than that. If you have any other questions about what I showed you today, make sure you shoot me a message, or you can contact me directly and I will help you out with whatever questions that you may have. Now, my name is Felipe with the Two Brothers Real Estate Team, and I will see you next time.